Hi guys, Tammy here with Formflex Compound, and I'm just coming on to kind of hopefully I can inspire you to do something with your old things that you have laying around your house. Like this right here, I made a post, and this is just an upcycled candle, one of these that was empty. So I cleaned it out, I took the wax out of it, and I recycled it by putting Formflex castings on. This is the village mold that I used by Stamperia, and I've got a casting in here. I just took it out of the freezer. These kind of molds work great. Everything falls out of them really easy. This is a pretty thick casting, so on the largest one on here, that was the only one that I actually laid around the candle cup to kind of, as it came to room temperature, to mold it, okay? So I'm gonna set it over here, and hopefully before I'm off this video, I can kind of show you how fast that will come on around. This one is pretty thick, so just let it dry. Don't mess with it, don't push on it, and it will get round. So what I'm going to show you is how this is interchangeable, and I'm going to tell you what mistakes I made, okay? So first of all, this is a Formflex casting. This is two of them. I've showed this on videos. The mold is on Etsy, and I just put them back to back and created this stand-up nutcracker. Then what I did is I glued magnets onto the bottom, and my reason for this was because I wanted stuff that I could store easily. Like, I don't want to store this up like this. I don't want to have to worry about putting it away. So what I can basically do is just take off all three of these and store it, and I can leave it like that. And each of these have a magnet on the bottom. This is just, you know, the pencil trees. I think these didn't come from the dollar store, but they came from an Amazon package from that 50-cent day or whatever, and there was a whole bunch in them. And I just took little wooden spools and I glued the magnet onto them like so. Okay, so I had this little wooden spool, and then I just glued the magnet on, and then I just took my baker's twine and ran around it so that I could cover that. But I'm going to show you some other stuff that I think you might enjoy, and what a great hostess gift. Now, the mistake that I made was these magnets are from Amazon, and they come like this, and I've used them a lot because I've put them on lamp stuff and all that. Magnets for on your refrigerator. What you want to do is you want to make sure they have a dot on one side and they don't have a dot on the other side, okay? So what you want to do, not do what I did, and I don't know, I just didn't think about it. I thought, oh yeah, it'd be good to reverse them. You can see I have a dot here and a flat here. You don't want to do that. You want to use all flat, all dots, or they all flat. See how they fight each other? So, you don't really, I had to glue the magnets in on this lid, okay? That was not what my intention was at all, because when I tried it, they just work fine, okay? But since I did it the wrong way with the positive, negative, they fight each other. So I had to glue it in, okay? But now what I'm going to show you is that with the glass, if you do it, I was kind of surprised that it actually did go right through the glass top. Let me see if I can get this one off. We'll use this one. Okay. So it was really easy. I mean, super easy. In fact, you can put that magnet on the bottom of anything, and then you can interchange it. Like, just have one cup, and then how easy, even if you do a holiday one like this, this is so simple to store without having to have those high pieces on it to store. And I basically just sprayed this with flat white primer, and then I just had all my castings done, and they're simple. I actually sprayed them, then painted over them, and then dry brushed them. And that's how easy it is. And if you want to learn how to do checks, be sure that you check out Debbie Riggs. She's got Studio MDAZ, and she's got a private group that is definitely worth joining. So if you're interested in that, you would check out her page for sure. So now this is on to the next one. This one is not, this was a candle from the dollar store. Okay, you can see I burned it. I'll have to clean this out. And I'll just put new candles in it, okay? And when I took it apart yesterday, it had a $3 sticker, so it was $3. Okay, so then what you want to do, I'm going to just work with the lid. So all you have to do on this one here is I took the IOD mold, which I get from Mira from Vintage Retail Therapy. And this time I decided I was going to do Jenga blocks. And basically this sticks good enough that you don't have to even be concerned with it at all, okay? So what you could do is just, this is the cutest hostess gift ever. And I thought you could take something like this and go around the Jenga block. You could do the same exact thing that I did to the other one using the baker's twine to hide it. You could put that on there. That goes with your, wherever, or if you're giving it for a gift, if that's their kind of kitchen or whatever. This would be so cute sitting on a coffee bar, okay? People at work. And then you could take this off and change it for the holidays. So the other idea that I came up with, and I hope that you think this is always the biggest deal about doing these, is if people don't think these are as neat as you think they are, is to take and put, I'm looking for my Jenga blocks that I glued my magnets onto. I had 2 of them glued together. Just a second, I'm going to stop this video so I can find them quick. Okay, here they are. They're sitting right in front of me. I just didn't see them. So what I did on this one here is I glued 2 of the Jenga blocks together, and then I glued 2 of the magnets, and I used the sides with the dimples in them. Use the same, like I said, or you'll get them fighting each other. So my idea is I'm going to glue these castings onto the side of the Jenga blocks, and that will hide it. And I'll show you, and I'll tell you why I'm going to do that. This is going to be so simple and so easy, and it would be great. How pretty to put this on your table, or have a friend or whatever and have tea, and you have a candle right there ready to go. So I'm going to put these 2 on, and I'm going to have to, I got to set it up so I make sure that it's hidden, because I want that hidden. I want it all the way down. I want it to cover the blocks. When I just stuck my finger in that glue. Okay, and I want them to be somewhat even, so I'm going to just look down here and make sure that they're kind of at least somewhat in proportion, okay? And hopefully I don't want you to have to sit here and watch glue dry, so we're going to let this dry for a minute, and I'm going to show you. I got glue on my hand, and I'll pull my paint off. So we're going to let that dry for a minute. This will make such a neat gift. Okay, now I got glue there. But the other thing that I wanted to show, I did post a video of, or I posted a picture of this little guy, this Santa here. This is an IOD mold as well, and I did get mine from Vintage Retail Therapy by Mira. And what I used to create his fluff with is nothing but this duster from the Dollar Tree. And all I do is I just cut little pieces off of it. And if you've seen the full post, it takes very, very little of this. You just cut a hunk off, you put your glue on here, and then start sticking it on there. And after your glue dries, go back and give them a haircut with your scissors. And you can use hairspray on it once you trim it and all that, and it makes it nice and hard. Or I used, I had the hairspray dulled this right here, okay? It dulled his hat. So I went back out and sprayed it with a gloss, and at that point I thought, what do I have to lose? So I sprayed the gloss on it, and it made it nice and stiff. And to make the ball, I just took the leftovers that I had cut off of that one, and I put a little hairspray on them. on it, and I just rolled it in my hand like so, and then I just glued the ball right there. But this is really, really cute, and actually the reason he's going to be a Harley Santa, and he'll go with some flags and some, I have a friend that does that, likes Harley, so I thought, well, I'll do it. It's totally a mistake. I was gonna just paint the hat black so that I could do the chrome powders on it. I was thinking about another project, and before I realized it, I'd painted the whole Santa black. So I hurried up and tried to wipe off the face. It didn't work. I had to paint over the face, but I got some of it off on the beard. And you know what? It's gonna be fine. I was just sick. I don't know where my mind was. It was not obviously thinking about what I was doing. But the other thing I want to show you, I showed that crimp, and the frame that I have that this is going to go on, that crimping with the baking pan, I think would be a real great combination. Hopefully you can see it there with this particular Santa. I think that would be great. So don't forget about your crimper if you did end up buying one. That would be a lot of really cool stuff for Christmas, okay? I mean, it's stuff, you could use it for your Christmas decor if you like that type of thing. So then the next thing, okay, so hopefully now, this is pretty dry, okay? So I showed you how to do this. The ribbon is something that I always do. I always take, you can buy this ribbon, it's just rayon ribbon. You can get it off Amazon. You get it by the spool, it comes cream. And I just put mine, make a whole bunch of them all at once. I wet them, and then I run them through some paint in a plastic bag. You get paint on yourself, but it washes right off. And then I just clump them up and set them on parchment paper to dry. And if you do a lot at a time, you're never going to have to worry about doing, you're not going to have to worry about doing it again for a while. So my thoughts were with this one, if you work in an office or something, I don't know why this is not going, it feels like it's not on straight. And it might be, and it might just be me, because it was on straight. And I might have to take a little sandpaper, there it is, and sand a little bit there. So we got this, now we've got our two castings glued together there. So my thought was, if you're going to have company or something like that for Easter, Thanksgiving, you could take, and I did use large napkins. I tried large napkins in it too. But you could put your napkins in there, and then when you're at the table, you could light your candle or whatever and use this as a napkin holder. You could put the same, there is a tight spot in this. I did drop it on the ground, so I may have messed it up, but I can fix it. There it is again. Or you could do the same thing. You could add a ribbon. It just depends on what you like. You could add some pine cones down here. You could do just about anything. But anyway, my thought was this would also be such a nice little thing to go see a friend, have a cup of tea with them, take your candle, put your tea bag in there, somebody at work. You could dress it up for Halloween, do it a Halloween way. The other thing that I thought would be really nice is you could even close this up by putting Jenga blocks in here. And I did try to find some orange paper or something yesterday, and I thought, oh, forget it. I can't find the color I wanted, but you could do a little bit of stamping on it. This would be great by your phone, light your candle, make your house smell good. And just take some paper, stick your note paper in there, cut it to the right size, but you could close up the ends and just make sure that you wouldn't see them. And then also, I'm trying to see if I have a pen here. No, that one's too, I don't have a regular pen, but I did, here's a water pen. But you could fit the pen right there as well with your Jenga blocks on the side and little notepad. And this would be so great for just an office gift. So this would be a great Christmas gift or anything. Just look around and see what you have. And it works with the glass great. This one works good. This one, I don't know if you guys have, but we have this store that has all this Amazon stuff. And for 2 hours at the end of the week. This is a soy candle. This was 50 cents. And it had some kind of, it was a godparent candle. And the label just peels right off, and it smells wonderful. But for 50 cents, you could do the same thing. This is a metal lid. I did already put primer on it. So you could do something like that. The other thing that you could do is that the possibilities with this are just endless. And it's such an inexpensive thing to do. Okay, those magnets are pretty strong. But you could do a Christmas one. You could put it on a block. You could put Noel. You could put Joy. You could write your friend a note. You know, you wouldn't have to have a candle if you just have a metal can. Maybe put tea or coffee or candy inside of it or something. But just sit down and have some fun with them. You know, visit. And I just think sometimes we all get so busy that we forget how important and what our friendships mean to us. And so this might just, you know, inspire you to do something like that. But I was just going to show you. I don't think I showed this candle. I like the tea thing in it. And you could put a little spoon in it. You could do all kinds of stuff. I just bought those little small napkins. But here's another candle. I showed all of the ones that were for Halloween, but I didn't show this one. And these are also from the Dollar Tree. And if you put that on a stand, I would paint this stand. But what this is off of is one of those candles that go in your window. And after I saw the hole in it, I probably won't use that on there because this is a great little piece to go on a lamp. I'll find something else to put on there. But if you just lift them up and off of there, and this just turned out really pretty, and what a great combination on your table. Just to give you some thought, the one thing on the other ones that I showed, I did finish the inside. It's driving me crazy. And when I looked at it again, I'll put a piece of Formflex in there, paint that, and I want the inside finished as well. So that's how easy Formflex bends. And I love this. This is I burned the rhinestones in here with new glue gun. I think I showed that on a video as well. And I just took a glue gun that was $3 from the Dollar Tree, never put glue in it. And I just burned the rhinestones in. And then Deb Briggs showed this in her private group, but on Amazon you can get the resin pen and you can put a drop of resin in there and just set them in for like 20 or 30 seconds, and it went really fast. It's easier than the glue. I was really impressed, and I wanted to try it on the Formflex before I would ever say. I use resin on the back of jewelry and stuff like that, or like I don't think I showed any of these, but these are, whoops, I got them upside down here. This is kind of where you can see where I'm going with the whole theme of the nutcrackers and the gingerbreads and stuff. And these are napkin holders that I made, and I made 6 of them, and those will go on the table with some really pretty napkins. I'll probably end up making my own napkins because I really can't find yet what I want. But just see what you can find at home and just create new things. The one thing about Formflex, it's super easy. If you've never worked with it, it's easy on your hands. I get a lot of questions. People ask me if it's heavy. No, it's about the exact same weight as other air dry clays. I have actually done a comparison, and they're exact same weight. So it's not any heavier than any other air dry clay. But this is a compound. What you do, take it out, put your Formflex in the refrigerator. The reason we say that is because it is a controlled environment, and that way it's an organic product. And I always use mine. Everybody has their own way of doing it. Lightly cornstarch your mold. I like to use the snake-like position, and I just fill that in. It's that easy. Take your card. You want to make sure you always have nice flat backs, like so. And don't say anything about my fingernails. I used to be a nail tech, and I did. Honestly, I was sitting here right before I went on this video trying to get all this off with acetone, and I made a bigger mess of it. And it's like, oh brother, I know somebody's going to say something, but it is what it is. I'll file it off later. I have a procedure done on my back, so I have to go in for surgery, and I'm not going looking like this. Usually I put it on and I take it right off the next day. And that's all there is to it, you guys. It's super easy on your hands. If you ever have any questions, you can just message us, let us know, and then just go ahead and pop that in the freezer. This one, these kind of molds get done pretty quickly, okay? Then the other thing is, yes, FormFlex is compatible with most any type of paint, sealer, you name it, it is. I've made it look like wood with Retique It. You can use waxes on it. I thought maybe this one I might wax with some silver and then put some bronze over it. Oh, I don't want to use my good knife. Yeah, and if you don't, you can use your card, but I highly, highly suggest to get a palette knife like this. And I get these from Michael's. I think they've gone up to $3 something. They were only $2 when I originally started buying them, but now I think they're more than that. But see, you can use any type of wax on FormFlex. And I'll just go in and put some silver on here. And then I want to take it back with the bronze in that afterwards, because I don't want it to look too silvery. I want it to look more like a bronze finish. I want it to show more depth is what I want. But I probably won't do it like right away. I'll give this a few minutes to dry a little bit, because I don't want to mud the colors. I don't want to mix them. And if I do it right away, I could end up pulling some of that and not have the real bronze color that I want, bronze and copper. But I'm just kind of laying that down under there. So as you can see, waxes work great with it. This is by far my favorite wax. I always say that. Deb Brochure, she has it. I believe it's by Dixie Belle. Tracy's Fancies carry it. You guys, this wax does not dissipate. And a lot of the waxes, they look great when you put them on, and about a year later, you can't even tell. And they always say, well, you might have to put it on later. This stuff doesn't dissipate, but you're supposed to wait 24 hours, and then you give it a buff. That's what I read on the directions. Now, those guys they actually sell this product, so they might have another way, but I really shouldn't be doing it this way. But I'm just going to show you how a little bit of that will look, and I want to bring that back. And then I'm going to go in with the darker bronze after that as well. And I think that would look really pretty on there, especially with this. But just give it that little bit of pop on it. So that's all I have today. I hope that this inspires you. I hope that you will share this video or share this out. It's really tough right now with the FB. And so anything you can do, we so appreciate everybody. We're a small business, and we're just like everyone else. So we really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you might give any of this a try. Till next time, thank you. Bye now.